Hi there. What I want to show you in this video is how I clock sync my 4 Volcas, my Keystep 32 and my Behringer Crave. When I was first starting out with analog gear, and probably more so when I introduced my Keystep and the Crave into the mix, trying to sync it all together was a little bit of a challenge. So this is the type of video that at the time would have helped me massively, so I hope that if you're watching you'll get something valuable out of this. I'll take you through a video of my clock sync setup, show you a diagram of how it all hangs together, and finally bring up a couple of screenshots showing my Keystep MIDI control center settings and my Crave synth tribe settings. So without further ado, let's crack on. So here's my 4 Volcas in action, all playing away together in sync. You can see the LED lights across them travelling at the same pace. Let's take it up from 120 to 240 beats per minute and see what happens. All Volca BPMs increase to 240 in line with the bass master clock, and getting the Crave into shot, you can see the LEDs also staying in clock sync with the Volcas. Easy peasy. Here's a diagram of my clock sync setup, showing connections all the way through the 4 Volcas, the Keystep 32 and the Crave. It's a simple setup to follow, but let's break it down into 3 mini sections. Firstly, the 4 Volcas, the bass, keys, FM and sample. I use the bass as the master clock, mainly because I can actually see the BPM on the display. From the Volca bass master clock, I sync in to the Volca keys, which is the first slave in the chain. From the keys sync out, I sync in to the Volca FM, which is the second slave in the chain. From the FM sync out, I sync into the Volca sample, which is the third slave in the chain, and then from the sample sync out, I sync into the Keystep 32, which is the fourth slave in the chain. The Keystep 32 syncs out from the sync out port into the Crave. For this setup, make sure that you have the dip switches on the back of the Keystep set to sync in, which allows the Keystep to accept a clock signal and pass it through to another device. Finally, the sync out from the Keystep syncs into the Crave via the tempo port on the patch panel. Here's a screenshot of my sequence settings from the Keystep MIDI control center. Notice that I have the sync clock in out settings set to 1 pulse korg and the sync clock start set to on clock. For the synth tribe screenshot seen here, I have the clock source set to auto. This allows the Crave to accept an incoming clock signal. All of the information I've added to this video works really well for me. However, other settings, such as setting your clock via MIDI output for example, may also work just as well. I don't believe there's only one way to set up clock sync, but if you've been struggling to set all of this up and you've been looking for help, I really hope this video helps you on your way. If you have any questions about any of this, please feel free to drop me a line in the comments. Thanks very much for watching.